That was a cool shot, Jason.
Thanks, buddy. I know you don't like to give me compliments. That was heartfelt.
Yeah, that was hard to do.
He gets closer with this guy. I think Jeff tries to blow the phone out of his hand.
He did. He saw what I was doing, Charles.
I think Shopify.
Oh, an ad.
Oh,
perfect.
Many businesses.
Fail.
My wife, she was the one that brought it.
Nice.
That alcohol in there, you guys, was wicked. All the Diesel Super guys were like, damn.
Cassie, have you ever been in here for in Broadbent for warm-ups like this?
No, because I'm already setting up for my.
That's what I figured.
If you
Word to the
haven't
wise,
been
if
in
you
there,
ever do, gas mask.
if you haven't been in there for that, wait till tomorrow. I've got a video coming up that is going to bring that experience to life.
Awesome.
How did you create a video that'll burn somebody's eyeballs?
Wait for it.
Fair enough.
He's not kidding. We were sitting right behind one when it started up, and it just was right into us.
Strickland told me I'm taller in real life. That was funny.
Well, perspective gets altered when you're in a roll cage that sits down that far.
Yep.
Right.
I got something for you. Gotta find it. Hi, John. How are you, bud? How you doing? Good. Good luck. Good seeing you.
So you're the reason he blew that motor apart.
Dude, I like Strickland. Okay, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know. You wished him good luck.
You guys good?
I interviewed him for a blog beforehand, so I was slightly worried that I jinxed him as well.
Yeah.
So.
Look, Josh.
Yeah, that's what I think too, Adam.
I got to get you when they start dumping ether into Bone Twister.
That's Rooster.
Yep.
He made an atmospheric charger change. Those were not what he had in there in the past.
I'm going to show Trav and I'm going to show Ross's trap and then we'll start talking. There's a lot of people talking about the March poll already. I mean, that's great. Roll that out right after everybody just got all jacked up after being there. Freedom Hall. There's our champion, boys.
Cassie, we're kind of proud of him because he's from Marengo, Iowa, about 2 hours away from where I live.
Always better if people are near your hometown.
Cody's like, Jason, really? Super semis. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday night. Clint Tucker has called us Hollywood Squares. I like to think we're the voice of reason, but that's my own personal opinion on that. No, we're not, Charles. So
No,
not so much.
We have a special guest tonight, guys. I will tell you, I've never seen anything really ever cool polling related on Twitter until this weekend. And I tinker around on Twitter a little bit. See what I did there? Tinker toy, big guy.
Nicely done.
Okay, thanks. So
You got dad jokes. Good for you.
you can tell we're like Bruce is sick of me. He saw me for a couple of days. He's like, I need a break.
Nah.
But anyway, Cassie Haggard from are you from Louisville or Cassie?
I'm from Corbin, Kentucky originally, but I live in Louisville now.
Okay, so is it Louisville or is it Louisville or Louisville? How do you say it?
Louisville. You have
Louisville.
to say it like you have marshmallows in your mouth.
Oh, this conversation was had this weekend. I love this.
You know what?
Reminds me of what you see on the what is it on the outside of the Louisville
The visitor
center?
Yeah,
Visitor
the tourism
center,
office.
yes.
Yeah,
Rural.
all the different ways that you can completely butcher the name of that city.
Yeah.
Charles?
Say it like it's coming from way in the back of your mouth, and then you'll be close.
Okay, before we just gotta do. I want everybody to say Louisville, and then we'll go. You do it, Charles.
Louisville.
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 Louisville. I love it. Cassie, you're a hoot. Thanks for coming to Let's Grow Pulling Live. We do this every Monday night. We've been doing this for many years, and we have a lot of people that watch us, and a lot of them came up to us at Louisville, and we said, you guys need a live.
Fail.
Watch us every Monday night. So it's all good. I'm going to show some of your work, but if you could kind of talk about what you do, and your Twitter handle is running across the bottom of the screen, and we would love it very much if you'd go give that more follows, right, Cass?
Yep, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
So I have been with the farm show since I think 2013 or 14 was my first one, and we live tweet the tractor pull. And we don't just, throw out the numbers and be like, oh, so-and-so got 194.23, because that's boring. And that's not fun. So a few years back when GIFs started being very common on Twitter, we're like, we're going to start using GIFs. And then it just kind of went haywire from there, because that's one of my native languages. My papa was very sarcastic, so I grew up surrounded by like sarcasm and like humor that's a lot like this. So basically I watch the entire pool and I tweet everybody's distance, but I find something funny about it and throw it up on Twitter to try to keep people who can't be there entertained. And also
That one might have been some of your best work ever.
Cassie, where are you May 13th and 14th? Where will you be May 13th and 14th, Cassie?
Honestly, I don't know. Here.
Can you write that down? Because we might need a Twitter. We might need a Twitter chica for the Pullers Championship.
Yes.
And we're getting Payne a real chicken, Roos. Okay. And when Sandy backs him out on the track, I'm gonna have Romac let that chicken go, and I'm gonna have him shoot across the track.
We need to make sure it's a rooster, not a chicken, because roosters are mean.
That's right, super rooster. Yeah, my bad. So.
Yeah, because the rooster will show you what's up.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That's funny because so can Payne.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're savage, though. I mean, these tweets are savage.
So I kind of joined Twitter really early, and when I joined Twitter, it was all real time, and everybody was live tweeting stuff. So this is kind of very natural for me, how I tweet, and it's really fun to do professionally in a job and to see people appreciate it, because I was live tweeting back when Lost was still on TV, and I was probably talking to nobody, but I was having fun and making jokes. We didn't have GIFs on Twitter back then, so it's definitely upped its game. And Like, I think GIFs are one of the best communication tools out there, and totally underrated.
And Jack Mays did see that one, and he thought it was hilarious.
Good.
There are not a lot of pullers on Twitter. There's a few of us who are involved who are and pay attention. And I put up the link today, and that one, I literally spit out my drink when I saw that.
I made that on my phone while live tweeting. I have a little app called Mematic where you can make memes, and I'm like, this has to happen. I'm like,
Yes.
This has to. I don't even care if anybody else finds it funny because I find it funny and it needs to. So I actually got to use it twice because, Friday everybody was, going over to that left side and going out of bounds. And then Saturday we had a couple people like, maybe I'll do that again. And
that one broke the internet. That one was good.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So this is kind of, as I understand it, well, I think you told me this is maybe a little bit of your stress relief after managing the show for the day.
Yeah, this is like the fun thing. The thing about the farm show is there's a lot of planning in advance, and in order to manage all the social accounts I do, you have to be organized. So everything I possibly can, I schedule in advance. And then that gives you the freedom to kind of just go absolutely crazy during the tweet. And I also post the results. So if I'm going to be there, I might as well be watching and having fun and not just sitting there waiting for results to come in. That's not going to keep me awake.
No.
But finding
some of these
keep me awake.
Some of these were just absolutely made all of us die laughing. Some of them were spot on, like that one. The Blackburns do that. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter if they're indoors or outdoors. The wheels are always way up, and they always do a fantastic job.
Yeah, Terry's been banging the wheelie bars for 30 years.
Yeah, and watching them for 8 years in Freedom Hall, you kind of just know when you're expecting. It was kind of crazy that Duel of the Fuels class where one of them didn't advance. I was a little bit shocked by that.
So do you watch polling or follow polling any other time than the farm show? When you talk about 8 years of watching them, like you're kind of addicted to it at this point, it seems like.
I really enjoy the live tweeting. And I probably should watch some of it. I have roughly 1,000 hobbies because I collect them. But I think I was talking to Ryan, and I think I'm going to try to go to an outdoor pool sometime this year. I think I've convinced someone to go with me, and I'm going to try it. But no, my first tractor pool I ever went to was in Freedom Hall, and I was live tweeting it. And I had no idea what I was doing. It was my first major show at a new job. And they're like, oh, you're going to live tweet a tractor pool. And I'm like, I'm going to do what?
Oh yeah, it only has the most eyes on it in the world. No big deal. No big deal.
But you listen and you learn, and if you follow sports, you can kind of learn to live tweet a tractor pull because it's a lot of the same personality you get when you're following sports. And I've been a huge UK basketball fan my entire life, so I kind of just took my sports fandom into championship tractor pull fandom and went crazy with it.
So outdoor, you just need to jump on the road and head straight west here in May. We would welcome you with open arms.
Maybe I will.
We might even have, something from Iowa for you brought down too. Now you let me in on a little secret. Ryan, she's a bourbon gal.
What?
Yes.
From Kentucky? No.
Hey, my great-great-grandfather was a moonshiner. I have to be a bourbon gal.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Right?
Now we'll have to bring you some Cedar Ridge or something.
Yeah. That guy's always good for gifs. I don't know if that one's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine or not, but he is hilarious in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and that's one of those shows with a lot of gifs.
That guy kind of looks like Mike Eccles too, the front guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a little bit.
A younger, skinnier Eccles, but other than
Right.
that, yeah.
I mostly see them with the helmets on, so.
That one was hilarious.
I'm not going over there. That's awesome.
I feel like
I sent a couple of them to Allison, and she about died.
Are they resetting the sled? Okay, first of all, that never happened. That's awesome.
Yeah, every time you have a perfect GIF and then they reset the sled, you're like, well, okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So have you had a minute to like circle the wagons and the team has all come back up for air and everyone's alive and kicking, and we saw the transformation video. That was amazeballs.
Yeah, that was crazy how quick they did that. And yeah, we've started coming up for air. I think right now we're all just kind of half asleep and rolling in the office and trying to stay awake, getting ready for all the wrap-up stuff and the wrap-up posts.
You and 30,000 other farmers, Cassie. So
what?
You and 30,000 other farmers.
Yeah, and then we're going to start thinking about the state fair next. So yeah.
When is your state fair?
August. I should have the dates in my head. I think it's 15th through 25th this year, but don't quote me entirely on that. But it'll be the hottest week of the year no matter what. That's when our state fair is.
I was glad to see that Bellarmine University picked up on doing basketball in there again after UL moved out. So that's good.
Yeah, it's great because they switched to Division I and they needed a better space for being a Division I team. And we're like, hey, we're just down the road. We know how to do basketball. Why don't you come here? And yeah, we're really excited about having Bellarmine because it's just, there should be basketball in Freedom Hall. It's what it was built for. So.
Yep.
That's so crazy though. How fast. I mean, we literally got done and they were like, yep, we're got to be ready, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's ridiculous.
Are you live tweeting the truck show poll in March, Cassie?
That is not, nobody's asked me to, because that's run by Mid-America Trucking Show, but we'll see if they ask. We'll see.
They should ask.
We can make sure that they ask if you're up for it.
I mean, I should be up for it. I mean, what else is happening?
Well, and
Street Rods is also the hottest. Yeah, Street Rods is always scorcher.
I will second that. Street Rod Nationals are always hot.
you might have a good time with the Mid-America Truck Show poll because they're running classes that, for the most part, you haven't seen before.
I'm curious, how are the really big ones going to fit in Freedom Hall? Like, I was putting up the post today on the Expo Center about that, and I'm like, how's this going to work? This looks interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're wondering.
Like, I almost feel like they would need to start moving way back in the parking lot. I know that's not how it works, but it's like, are they going to start out in Lot E and then come inside?
I have no idea.
That's the Zoom cat.
Yeah, this cat loves Zoom meetings. She is my official Zoom assistant and shows up to every single one.
Here's my Zoom assistant.
I have 4 cats, and occasionally you'll see the other one, but every time you see her. And she's now making weird noises, so I gotta make her stop. Sit here.
If you're just joining us, we have Cassie Haggard with us. She is the official Twitter handle of the Kentucky National Farm Machinery Show. And and Bruce said this, not a lot of pullers are on Twitter. And I'm on Twitter with Beer Money Pulling Team, but just on and off a little bit. But all of a sudden the guy said, hey, did you start seeing this? So I started tweeting her, mention her in tweets, and it's fun and start going back and forth a little bit. It was a good time. And if you haven't checked, just go to the page on Twitter and just scroll it. So Mick Broughton, it's spelled TRIWTTER.com. You just get an account. You could do something cool. But like Badger Deer gets pulled to the left side, has to hit the brakes. It could be a trap. These are just money, Cassie, just money.
And wasn't it a trap? It was a trap. It was always a trap. Yeah, I'm surprised more pullers don't join Twitter because it's kind of just, Twitter be really fun live time. Like when you're doing it real time, there's nothing like Twitter, because Facebook, real time isn't the same. Instagram isn't instant anymore. Twitter, when you're doing something that's live, that's where you're going to have the most fun.
I can say that.
That one for Brad and Andrew, oh Lord have mercy. I'm pretty sure they haven't seen that yet, but I'm going to fix that later tonight.
Yes.
I was just mad we didn't have like reception in Freedom Hall to be able to see these. So like,
Yeah.
the poll gets done, then you're scrolling through and seeing them.
You should have seen us the year we tried to live tweet from Freedom Hall, and we tried to maybe get some pictures of the action and get it out. We were literally running in and out to try to go to the hallway to get more signal. And that's when we're like, okay, we just need it on the live stream. This is not going to work inside Freedom Hall. So you missed some of the, like, you know, since we've moved it out of Freedom Hall, I don't get hit with dirt anymore, but I also can get it all out in a timely manner, which never happened in Freedom Hall.
I have ideas how to fix that, and you can come sit with us next year.
Is there room for 2 phones, a charger, and a notebook?
Have you seen all the crap that we carry?
Yeah.
And how many snacks do you have? Because the snacks are the most important part.
That can be accomplished. That can be taken care of. Don't worry about it.
We have minions for that. It'll be fine.
I just saw the Hickory Hooker one. Oh, man, that's funny.
Cassie, tell me you used some Letterkenny in here somewhere. Please say you did.
I don't think I did, because I don't think they didn't pop up with, like, you know, you type the emotion or the vibe you're going for, and I don't think any of them popped up.
Bummer.
That's 10 ply.
You're going to have to talk to Casey about its anti-Letterkenny bias, because they weren't giving it to me, and you have to be fast. So just if you didn't have it,
next year, she's going to start making her own and putting them on there for when she comes over in May. It'll be fine.
I've made a GIF before. It was for the state fair, but I've made a GIF before. It was one of all the food at the fair, because people would be like, I don't know what I'm going to eat at the fair. And we're like, here, have a GIF. Click on it. Pick. So that can be arranged. It's not
so,
that
Cassie, I'm going to send you a free T-shirt. Do you want this one that says, I love blonde-haired girls, blue-eyed girls with mental issues? Or do you want the one that says, it's only 300 feet, what could possibly happen?
300 feet. I'm a brunette, so I've got to, you know, stick to something that represents the brunettes here.
Okay, done. Just send me your address.
I will. For sure.
So, Cassie, what's your favorite class to watch? What's the most entertaining class that you've got, or that you get to see?
I like okay, I probably don't get the numbers right because I don't keep numbers in my head at all, but the lightweight ones that go on Saturday afternoon and Saturday night that the blackboards are in, because we usually have some sand pile nonsense during that, and that's really fun to tweet. Recently I was watching the Iron Bowl with my dad, and he asked me who I was rooting for, and I'm like, I'm rooting for chaos, because that's the most entertaining thing. So whichever class is going to give me the most chaos, that's what I'm there for. And my cat's trying to block my view. So I like that one a lot, just because we usually hit the sand pile and there's usually some nonsense. I enjoyed the drama of the duel of the fuels this year, with all of the alcohol ones being eliminated, because, you know, that was not what I predicted or anybody predicted at all.
Nobody saw that coming.
Cassie, was this one of the better years for overall attendance in a while?
Yes, we sold out on Saturday night, and I think Friday night we had one of our best attendance in years. And Saturday afternoon was pretty good, because Saturday afternoon is kind of sometimes the low time, because it's Saturday afternoon, people are sleeping in or doing something else. But no, we actually sold out Saturday night, which was really exciting, and not great if you were getting out right after the pool, but yeah.
Who's that goofball?
Yeah, it was a great attendance year for the tractor pool, so I was really excited about that. You want to see people getting out and having fun and doing things, and a tractor pool is just such a unique experience, especially when you live in a city. people recognizing themselves in this.
It's fun. Louisville, sorry, Cass. For us, it's kind of almost like a big family reunion with all your step cousins and stuff, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody's there, and it's a really, really good time. Really, really good time. So.
Yeah, that's something really neat because I write the pool previews, and so I look through every single driver application, and I have a binder that's about this big, and I see how many people are from different places and different outlaws or in TPA or PPL, and they might not ever pull in the same place except for Louisville. And that's just really neat to see all the people coming from all over. And I've talked to quite a few poolers over the years, and they're always like, oh yeah, we see all these people that we never see. And it's kind of cool to be part of people's memories.
Well, there's just nothing else going on in the pooling world, and all eyes are on this. And the fact that all the different associations come together at once, Cassie, it just truly is. It's a melting pot of everybody. And $9 beers also help with the fun. So it's all good. So.
And people start those $9 billers really early in the day at the farm show. I've noticed.
What's the earliest you've seen?
I think I've seen people standing at like 10 a.m. at the bar in the North Wing lobby before, which is just, I'm still finishing my caffeine for the day. I'm not ready to move on to anything else.
Cassie, is that one of the bigger like alcohol sales events that you guys have, or do concerts do more? You guys talk about that at all?
I don't actually know that because we have a catering partner, so I don't know, because we also have the beer tents during the fair, so I imagine that gets a lot. So the farmers and the fair are probably in a pretty stiff competition there.
Yep. Well, that's a good time.
Well, now that they know they're in competition, there won't be a competition next year.
I do think the farmers start the earliest. The farm show.
And then we finish the latest.
Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Right.
Damn right.
I can vouch for that.
I heard from a friend.
Yeah.
Cody thinks that he drank more bourbon this week than he did anything else.
I got a text message that Cassie needs to try some Templeton Rye.
We can probably make that happen.
That was one of the ones I was thinking of, yeah.
I was thinking that, and then
Cedar Ridge.
the Slipknot Cedar Ridge mix.
I'm getting curious over here. I have a little bar set up in my basement. There's plenty of room on the shelf, so.
You've heard of the band Slipknot?
Yes.
They are an Iowa original. One of their guys has become kind of a connoisseur of whiskey and bourbon, and he went to Cedar Ridge, which is probably our biggest and most well-known distillery, and said, I would like to do a run of Slipknot branded bourbon. And they're like, okay, well, we do that here all the time. We'll get you, 3 barrels or 3 blends and let you try them. And he's like, no. That's not how I want to do this. I am going to mix it.
Nice.
He says, I want some guidance, and I want your help in this. But he said, I want to create this bourbon that's in my head, not something that one of your guys did. So he actually made the mash bills are all the same, but he did the blend and actually did 2 of them, and they're very good. They've got some heat, but they're very good.
Okay, I see there's a question for me. For this year, I kind of have to love on Daly because she was 17 years old, and that's just awesome. I've also interviewed some of the other ones. Like I've interviewed Mindy before, and Mindy was just so nice. And especially as somebody from outside the pooling world to be like, so I know about this, but I know you know more about this. And anytime I've talked to any of the lady poolers, it's just absolutely awesome. But this year, the teenager had my heart because, you just don't see that very often. And that's just impressive.
Yeah, she's got our hearts too. She's pretty cool. We like her a lot.
I'm definitely glad that the committee selected her because it's a family thing with her dad, and she's just a good kid, and Nebraska proud, baby. So it's all good.
Doesn't hurt. She's kind of a pretty darn good driver too.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, absolutely.
I had to laugh when they went through and So they posted the video, and of course you can't hear very well in there, but in the live stream you could actually hear what they were saying. It was pretty funny. So they've got that up on the Deer Commander page, Jason.
Ryan did take a nice shot of wrapped up pro stock. I will get that out later. I shared that to Beer Money a little bit ago. So that was awesome. Cassie, of all the things
Jason Brown's got a heck of a hot rod there.
Cassie, of all the things that you see come through the fairgrounds from a level of excitement from a fan base, where do you see pull? Like, is the tractor pull kind of a neat thing, or is it just kind of just like everything else, like in like your mind, or not maybe your mind, but all the people there? Like, is it a different crowd, or is this a good
honestly,
question?
I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to tractor pull people. Farm Show and Tractor Pull is my favorite of the shows that we run ourselves. The nicest audience, the most fun, and they like what we do. And I think when you're trying to come up with content for people, when you get feedback and you realize they like it, you're going to be like, oh, you like me. I'll give you more, and I will try harder and do more for you because you're awesome. And honestly, the Farm Show has been my favorite, and it was the first in-house show that I did, so there could be a little bit of bias there. But ooh, there's
your
the
favorite
Ford one. We talked about that. I like the Ford, but Farm Show is by and far my favorite page to work. Like, it's not even close. I do love my livestock page. That's my second, but Farm Show and then North American livestock. Those are my top two.
Who has the most fans on Twitter? Like, where do you see more action on Twitter compared to polling?
That's a good question. I've not looked at our follower numbers recently. We may have more followers on the fair, but we have more people who talk we just have more fans, I would say, on Twitter, even if we have more followers for the fair.
Got it.
The audiences are very, 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 very different, but the more engaged audience is the Farm Show until they're sitting in parking, and then the fair is really engaged.
Understood. Well, Cassie, we've taken up about 30 minutes of your life that you won't get back, so I don't know. Do we have any more questions for her?
How can we help grow your following and your page?
Awesome. I'd love that. And if you follow somebody on Twitter and you like what they're doing and you tell them, they're going to love you forever. Social media managers everywhere. Anytime you say good job, you become their favorite. I'm not going to lie.
I just got a Snapchat from Kinsey. She says, "Oh my God, I love her." So there's another one for you.
Yay! I need those.
And you actually may have met her. You may have met Kenzie before. She was she competes once in a while. She'll drive a pro stock, a green pro stock.
Do I like the loudness of the mods? I liked it more when I was actually able to tweet from inside Freedom Hall, and we had do you guys remember the ceiling tiles?
Yep.
And do you remember how sometimes the ceiling tiles would fall when the mods would get really loud?
Yep.
Sometimes you say.
So they were always really exciting when I was sitting at the announcer stand in Freedom Hall. A little less exciting in my office, but I like them.
Cody, what was the decibel on your reader? 128?
Yeah, 128 was about the highest that I had seen. So
yeah, that was cool that you got that out. Well, Cassie, thank you for your time. You are absolutely invited to the Pullers Championship May 13th and 14th. We'll get you set up. We'd love to have you. Just go around and you can kind of chill and it'd be fun. We'll get you a video camera too, and you can walk around, or you can hang out an announcer stand with Charles and Leroy. We'll make it happen. So,
yeah,
I don't know if I know how to chill at a tractor pull. I've never done that before.
We will teach you. We promise.
I'll throw you my GoPro and you can just go nuts. It's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I've really enjoyed being here. This has been a nice little wrap up to my farm show week. So
thank you for all your hard work. You did a fantastic job. And I know I told you this before, but the level of engagement that we've seen
Yes.
and the way you guys turned it up a notch this year just blew us all away.
We
And,
noticed,
and we're not
we
the only
noticed.
ones. I mean,
Yeah.
we're 5 guys with big mouths, but there's a whole lot more who took note and who commented to me that, you know, they're doing a really good job. They weren't wrong.
Yay!
Yeah, Cassie, this is the Super Bowl of pulling for our world. And, you know, we're all social media nerds, but 5-6 years ago, everybody was making fun of us for doing all the social media stuff before it was kind of mainstream in the pulling world. Now everybody's doing social media. And that's the one thing, I think I talked to Charles about this. I was so proud of the pullers this year. I feel like this was the first year that everybody embraced social media, and they were sharing pictures and they were sharing video and they were letting people know they're going to Louisville. And I'm just really proud of everybody because that's how you grow pulling. And that's what this show's called. Let's Grow Pulling. All we've ever done is try to share ideas of what you can do with your own brand to get it out there. And Cassie, you know, we're going to try to make you famous. So
I appreciate that.
we appreciate you
Thank you.
because it takes an army of us, and we can all, everybody's good at their thing. And if we all work together, and it'll be awesome. So. Yep.
And kudos to you for using a Top Gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We use them. Some of us are pretty big Top Gear fans, so
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, all right, I love it.
This is the entrance for those of you that are watching. That's where that door comes up, and you roll down into Happy Land. So as a puller, so just flipping through my videos. Well, Cassie, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. If you ever need anything, get a hold of Ryan or Cody or any of us. Give me your address, and I'll get that T-shirt in the mail. Okay.
I'll do that for
Thanks,
sure.
Cassie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Cassie. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Good job, fellas. Good interview.
You know what? She was like that the entire time. No matter how much stress she was under, she still had a smile on her face. I don't know how the hell she did it.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
I would have been an absolute jerk, even more than I am normally. Cody wouldn't have talked to anybody. You know, if it was him,
Yeah.
Charles would have thrown things. I don't know what Paul would have done.
He would have just left the chat.
Yeah, Paul has left the chat. Cheers.
And he just would have tweeted that Paul has left the chat, period, and left. Like, yeah. No, she eats like feeds and eats off of that. Like, she loves it, and that's what's cool. Like, for you take somebody that's not like she said, not even related to pulling at all, and just loves it. And
But she really knows the pullers. I mean, I was shocked.
yeah, well, she's been doing
You know
it
what I
for what, 9 years now. So I mean,
Yeah.
she actually, I mean, knows them really well, type of thing, and that to me is something that, you know, not a lot of people get to see ever.
Yeah, she's got a lot more proficiency in the sport of pulling for having been to a grand total of 9 tractor pulls in her entire life than most of us who have been to hundreds.
Yeah,
Thousands.
That
More than 9.
more than 9.
The question I have for our panel of Hollywood Squares, awesome guys. What if the passes, how would Charles say this? The what if it wouldn't have broke, or what if it wouldn't have sneezed, or what if the tire would have broke off?
Jason Gibson.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Yes. If that fuel line it would have been tight. If all the fuel lines would have been tight, second go around. And I was never in the building for a single pull, but of everything I saw, I want to know what Jason would have done with that second hook.
It
Yeah.
was so good
The
to
first
see
one,
him do
he
well.
was on a bender.
Yeah.
He drove that thing as hard into the sand as he possibly could.
It was good to see him do well because he has fought that thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, he needed
And
that.
that's not a dig on Gibson, because we've all fought our own demons, and I've fought the remedy on things, but that was absolutely one of them. So what were some other ones in your mind, guys? Like some what ifs, if I did have to get the break, or I didn't lose my tire, Hartman, that kind of stuff. What are some of those passes that you know, at 100 feet as announcers, Charles, you and I know this, at 100 feet, we know when they're gone because
Yep.
we're up a
Yeah.
little bit higher. So what are some of those other people that you guys think of that kind of they need a shout out and they need to get recognized? I can think of Whitworth.
Colton frickin' Whitworth.
Yep.
Colton, you knew by 25 feet that he was going to take that thing either out of bounds or home to the next county.
Yep.
I feel like in the
His
light
dad,
super,
too.
Galot and Blackburn were both just Galot was Strickland was pounding and it coughed and sneezed and then belched some fire.
He was
Black-
sailing too.
Josh was gone. He was going left hard. He got out of it, kept it in bound. So
Answer to that question is no.
he bought it from Mark. The Schulte boys were yakking around here a little bit ago. So it's Tim Vorwald's boss. That's
Yep.
his last name. He's from Farley.
Jason
Farley-
Rowan. He owns an
Capital
excavating
World.
company.
What's that?
Jason Rowan. He owns an excavating company.
Among
That's who
other
Tim works
things.
for. Yep.
Yeah.
And he's building the second one, is what I've been told.
Correct.
That's correct. And the second one's going to be a little different, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Paulie, you've built some stuff for that, haven't you?
No. No, just know someone that's in the area.
Was it somebody who pushes people into the water, pushes old ladies into the water?
Well, him, but yeah, not that.
Jason,
Jason, you're right. Hartman's were on a rail. They
Yeah.
were all in.
That's our winner there, guys, of the $250 or whatever, $200 in beer money gear. He won the pick'em contest. Jason did.
Nice job, Jason.
Guys, next year I want to charge $5 or $10 per entry and pay it back. Is that something we can do?
That's a very
Go
good
through
question.
Shopify, you think, guys? Have them pay the $5 and we can just have a big prize thing. I mean, well, we had almost 400 people. If everybody threw in $5, that's $2,000. That'd be kind of fun, don't you
You
think?
might want to check with a lawyer on that first.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe the first year, just do it and then see what happens. So,
Facebook might have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
well,
Usually, anytime you get money involved in Facebook, it gets a little.
they log. Yeah, we'll chat about it, guys. But that was something I was thinking. Because I had a lot of fans come up and say we really love the pick'em contest. That's fun, you know. A lot of the sections they're all betting on classes and stuff like that too. So
Yeah, they were high rolling it just a couple of rows ahead of you.
yeah,
When we do that at the Midwest Winter Nationals, it's $1 buy-in.
yep. I'm just flipping through comments here. Quoin, Illinois, guys. I talked to Clint Tucker tonight. They are in the need of some mini rods and light supers. It's the big blown minis. So please, if you have any mini rod friends, tell them there's still open spots for DuQuoin, Illinois. 2 weeks from now, March 4th through 5th.
Need supers as well.
Light supers. Yeah, light supers. That's what my voicemail from Tucker says.
Yep.
Light supers and mini rods. And you
So-
sign up on the website.
There's been a couple of changes to that event. You're going to one track. Everybody's going to be inside. So any of you that had questions about it before, you will be pitting indoors. So they're going to cut it back. It's still going to be 3 sessions, Friday night, Saturday night, and then Saturday evening. They are taking diesel on the supers. So they are going to be dragging the smoke tube. So if you're a diesel light super and you can make the hook, make the weight, come on down. Track is open. So one of the cool things that they've done is so we're running 3 sessions, and for the payout. So say you win Friday night and Saturday afternoon, they're going to double up and give you a bonus. If you triple up, you're going to get an extra $1,000 on the purse. There's individual purses for each session, and if you happen to win all 3, about an extra $1,000. Brad was kind enough to throw that in there just to try to entice some people to come. and that is in all classes. So definitely, if you haven't signed up, we definitely need tractors. We've got quite a few already, but we're going to we're still looking for some more. So if you guys have any questions, you can go to the website, or you can get a hold of the track at Holes Hours, and they can answer any questions that you have.
Charles, answer that question, sir.
I think quite a bit, honestly. It was super cold, and alcohol guys got burned by it. I think it made a big difference. I really do.
I know some two-wheel drive trucks that were taking readings on the air, and from one end of the track to the other was a huge difference. So it was very hard for them to try to nail down what they needed to do to get the tune, but big difference.
I mean, I appreciated the breeze at the other end once the door opened because it was hot in there.
Yep. Going over the bridge.
Yep, that was when I was heading to Nashville to get the rig. I got the camera out, just wanted to show everybody around a little bit. So
Charles, taking that one step further, how do you tune an alcohol for cold weather as opposed to warm weather?
You're gonna have to put enough fuel into it to make up for it. Well, really, actually, the temperature is actually a separate thing.
Yes.
You know, you got the coldness, and can you get enough heat in the engine where it's going to be in its happy place, and that affect anybody. But across the building, you've got a density altitude issue as well. And if you match density altitude on the cold side of the building where you're so fat that you're just puking fuel into the sky, then on the big end, you're not going to be lean enough to make the power when you need it. Whereas if you lean it out, you're not going to, you risk a lean pop on the front end because you're leaned out for the hot end of the building. So it's one of those environments that just doesn't happen anywhere else. And it's a huge game. And anybody who wants to comment in that, if they had EFI, they could get around that. No, I don't think so. It would have to be a closed loop system, EFI, to adjust that far, and even then to adjust the fuel that much in, I don't know, whatever it is, 10 seconds. I don't know that there's enough data sharing going on anywhere in the world to make a real-time on-the-fly change like that across a building that's 240 feet long.
It's just we don't make moves. We don't make moves like that.
You know what's that?
Plus, we don't make moves like that. We party like it's 1979.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's same for everybody. You know, and that's a separate conversation. But
yep,
yeah, that's one of those where you gotta aim for a median somewhere and hope you guessed right. And for the alcohol guys, it just didn't work. And I don't mean for that to cheapen the accomplishment of the diesel guys, because they've really brought their game in the last 5 years, and now the world understands it better.
Yeah. Well, a diesel, generally cold air is better. So yeah, it's a little easier on the diesels when it's cooler.
Charles, did you see Mick's comment?
Yeah, it never works, Mick. Come on. Act like you've been here before.
I just love you guys. It's so funny. Some of the shit you guys type in. I love it. I love it. Cody, this is my new little gimbal thingy that you helped me set up. So
it's not too shabby, is it?
I love it, man. Love it.
So, in the panel's opinion, who had the best weekend?
Simon.
Yeah, Simon.
I'm going to say
the Hawkeye State, just in general.
Yeah. I'm going to say going into an event with as much on the line as they had in terms of unknowns, I'm going to pick Rhett Parrish.
Yeah.
I was going to say Simon's, they had an awesome weekend. I would put probably the Chaos Fabrication umbrella maybe just a tick ahead, just barely. But, yeah, those guys both had awesome weekends.
I got to
So
say,
Van had one run on the
that
9
note,
and he
too,
went to Louisville. One run.
in terms of happiness and joy, after a Saturday afternoon, I went by Hazley's booth and I spent a half hour with Patty Hazley. She was on cloud 9 after what they did.
Yeah, they pulled off quite the feat getting there.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. He cobbled that motor together. It had, I'm going to paraphrase, junk top rings in it because that's all they could get their hands on. And it was a thrash to even be on the property. And to pull that off, that was pretty cool.
The champ says, shout out to track crew and Bauer sleds. So,
Shout out to the champ.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a friend of the show, too. So, I mean, when he won, I was surprised he didn't like say, hey, could the Let's Grow Pulling guys come out and stand on the track with me? You know what I mean? I was a little shocked. Or maybe I didn't hear it because the sound system's so crappy there. But something like that. You know what I mean? Don't you think, Roos?
Well, I almost went out there anyway just with a camera, and I figured I could go stand with him, but he earned it. I didn't.
Right? Oh, no, we're just picking on him. He knows that.
Sounds like the sound system's going to get improved for next year. That's the word on the street.
Hope so.
You could actually hear it better when you had earplugs in than you could with not in, and that was the worst problem.
And it did get better as the weekend went on. Like Saturday night, you could actually, it wasn't perfect, but you could make it out a lot better than you could on Wednesday night.
I missed all the comments that they said about Daly until I watched the live from Deer Commander. That was pretty funny. They said that she's 17, just turned 17. They said for all you guys, her daddy's rich and her boyfriend's not here.
That was Bennett. That had to be Bennett.
Yeah, it sounds like Bennett.
That's definitely a Bennettism. Yeah, Trav's right. There's only 2 that probably outpulled the sled, Colin and the mod. He's right. Yeah. This truck's coming.
Since we're talking about Chapter 11's on the screen right now, they are 100% in. They will be filling out and submitting their form and paying their monies. They'll be here.
I like it. Yeah, for all your pullers that have been voted in by the fans, we just need you to go to the website now and register. That's it. So, and then we're going to start following up with we're 2.5 months away. I know this is going to go fast. So,
yes, it will.
We just need you to get signed up and commit, and we're good to go. So, if you haven't done that yet, please let your fellow pullers know.
Yeah, I think we're just under 20 that have signed up that were voted in on the fan vote.
I think Yarn put that 38 competitors of the that competed at Louisville will be at the Pullers Championships, and 14 of 38 made the finals. So that makes
Jason's not wrong with that comment. Patty and the family, their comment was about that interview was, who is this guy and how many Diet Cokes has he had today? Because, oh my.
He was jacked up. That was funny. He had some good one-liners in there.
I must have missed a comment from Robbie. I missed it.
Yeah, I think Greg was answering a question.
Okay.
Jason Gibson's in the house. What's up, Jason?
What's up, buddy?
How's your eyebrows there, kiddo?
Yeah, how's your eyebrows?
Adam's got a good comment there. It was pretty cool. I mean, we put this Pullers Championship thing together, and as you're walking through Broadbent, you're like, oh, he's going to be there. They're going to be there. She's going to be there. They're going to be there. I mean, it was really neat. It kind of lit a fire under me just a little bit.
Here's our public apology from Bone Twister, guys.
No. That is not. The Three Blind Mice is none of us.
No, I know that, but the first part
I just want to make that very clear.
I know who the Three Blind Mice
are. Yeah, I do too.
They will let him hear about it, I'm sure, if they have not already.
One of them let him hear about it all the way home.
I'm sure. probably still doing so right now.
Look at little Wyatt Schulte stepping up his game.
All right, Wyatt, answer your own question.
Biggest surprise of the weekend's top storyline not talked about enough. Is it surprising that RJ Simon jumped on a pro stock and just won it? We know the equipment's there, but you still got to drive it. Is that the biggest one?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, and you ask him, he'll tell you. Those are Brandon's tractors. You know, Brandon is
they're mean. We know
the tractor
that.
driver. But yeah, he was a little nervous, but like I said, once he got out there, it was a drag race. He was gone.
I mean, I think everybody's talking about the 6 diesel supers getting in, right? I mean, that was the biggest chatter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How about that light pro class and the guys from west of the river coming in?
Probably that was like I loved how competitive that class was from top to bottom. It really was solid. There wasn't any really boo-boos, I don't think. I think Al Cook lost to Charger, right? Other than that, this is the start of the light pro class. We just saw Eccles. This is up in smoke. This is the interstate tractor, right, Charles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brett Berg. Yeah, what did happen with Brett? He ran a test pass Wednesday. What was the deal? Did anybody find out the deets on that?
Yes. There was, He lost a couple of motors, had
2 of them.
So he's feeding both engines on each side with a single fuel pump and had a bad pump, didn't realize it, didn't catch it in time, and roached 2 motors. He had the offer. He thought it was only one, had the offer of a spare from Ricky Rose. And when John Card got there and started going through stuff, they found both of them were smoked instead of just one. So,
yep.
Guys, do you think the crowd was so good this year because of COVID? I mean, we're like really, really sick of it now. I mean, Louisville is Louisville. It's the bomb. You know, it's the best of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it fell out basically Saturday night and then almost Friday night. That's gigantic.
Yeah. No, I think that played into it quite a bit. Just people ready to get back to it. Josh Miley broke an axle in the prelims.
So that was Wednesday night or Thursday night?
That would have been Thursday night.
So he headed luckily, to Francisco?
Josh lives about an hour away.
Okay.
And he went back home, loaded her up, went back home, and they had another tractor, one that he had built, and they pulled some parts off of it and got back. He knew what it was once he got off the track. He was standing down there. When they interviewed him, he knew exactly what it was, and he told Dave right then and there. He said, "I'll be back Saturday night." He knew what he had to fix, and he knew their parts were available, so he just drove it home, fixed it, and brought it back.
Like have a moment of silence for Colin Burkholz. He did good.
Colin, what did the TAC read?
19,000. Storlock's in the house.
Storlock had a real good weekend. And Storlock's getting a lot of love on Twitter right now.
Charles, is that a true statement?
I
Probably
think
not far off.
I think that is actually true. Masterson family be number 1 and Schmuckers are number 2. You know what? Hold on to that. Yeah, no, I think that if we're going to talk strictly pro stock, yes, it's true. If we're going to go aggregate based on multiple classes, Bill Voorhees' name comes in there, but Bill did a bunch of his wins with the mod also. So yeah, I think that's right.
Hey, yes, Texas trucks being 1 and 2, go Outlaws. That was their baby. So that's pretty sweet.
Cole had some damage after his qualifying run, so he had to take the one of the rear one side off and fix it, but got it back together.
Speaking of 2-wheel drives and Texas 2-wheel drives and two-wheel drives in general. I think, I wouldn't swear to this, but I think this was the first time we've ever had a final won by somebody who was, I believe, 4 months pregnant.
Yep.
I think that's what I heard.
I think it'd be
somewhere around 4 or 5 is what I'd heard.
I think I'm going to get my butt kicked if I'm wrong, and I really don't want Don Nelson coming after me, but you know.
He won't punch you. He'll just shoot you, Ryan. That's what's good. You know?
Well, he has things called bullwhips, and that gives him a lot of reach.
One
Well,
of
technically, he probably knows how to run them too.
Bobby
Say that again.
He probably knows how to run them too. He's from the south.
I guarantee you he does.
I got to give Colin Ross some love. I don't know if you guys saw the video from when Rhett made his first pass and Colin's reaction on the end of the track.
That was awesome.
He was excited. He was very excited.
Daly's dad did have money until that pass.
Yeah, there was aluminum on the track.
Attaboy, Colin.
Is that one of Phillips's tractor right there?
Correct. That is
Phillips or Mage?
Yeah, I don't know.
That looked like Mages with the way the fenders were flared up. Monkey Mayhem.
Larry's are the same.
Burgundy said almost 5 months. Okay.
Wow.
Eric says 4 months. We'll say 4.5, right? We'll split the difference.
There. So Meg Engelmeyer, you got it right.
Boom. Way to go, Megan. Did we give shout outs to everybody to the what could have beens? Josh Blackburn, Whitworth, Strickland,
Bird.
Gibson, Brett Berg. Trying to think.
Yeah, everybody who didn't get accepted that wanted to be there.
Yep. Paul, let's talk some Quoin while we let some videos play, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, the well, let me just pull it up.
Exactly, Jeff. We'll get there.
What happened?
Nothing. We'll get there.
Okay, so not sure if you can see that. That is the payouts for Quoin.
Hold on, Paul. Give me a second. They'll see that big here. Gotta get this comment down.
When you hit the right button.
Zip it.
Come on.
Zip
Come on.
it.
Come on. Wait,
He's really technically challenged. I just want you. You're gonna have to tap your screen because it's gonna go dark. There you go.
I'm on it. All right.
He can be taught.
There you go. There is your payouts. So there again, if you double up, get 2 wins on the weekend, you're gonna get an extra $500. You triple up, you're gonna get an extra 1,000. So Brad's putting the money up there, and wanted to make sure that we could draw some people in. And then, like I said, there's been a lot of questions about how this was going to go. And like I said, the big thing is one track. They are going to pit you inside, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. There were some questions about that, and still 3 sessions. They are planning on running you at least twice. So you'll pull each session Friday and Saturday afternoon. They're going to take the combined distances. Depends on how many people sign up for it. They'll take some of those to the finals. That'll be determined by the number of entries, but it's on. They're working on some things right now, and this is going to happen. So especially the mini rods and the light supers. Again, if you're diesel, you can come. The building is huge. No issues with any kind of alcohol fumes from that. We've got a good class of 2-wheel drive trucks. We've got plenty of 401s. We've got 85s, but we can take more in all classes. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to the Track at Holes Hours or the website. You can get to the website through the Track at Holes Hours Facebook page and get signed up. There's still plenty of time to sign up, but we are, it'll be a week from this Friday is when this is going to happen. There is a live stream available, so watch for information on that. If you can't be there in attendance, that helps out and support the poll, just like being there. So definitely look for that information. And like I say, if you can't be there, buy the live stream. It helps just the same. And that's about all I have to say about that.
Paul, thanks for letting me sleep on your couch.
No problem. Thanks for not being in the 100 car pileup.
Man, the way home, every 100 yards there was, you could just see the marks in the ditch where cars had gone in. It was kind of crazy. There's that Tucker just texted that to me, so I chucked it up around the screen. That's what Paul was referring to. So,
yep.
Big money, no whammies, fellas and girls, boys and girls. Mini rods, light supers, we need you. Get on the phone.
We're still a little far out to get any kind of weather, but there again, we're pitting inside now, so it doesn't really matter.
Kansas City is March 16th through the 19th. That's what's up after that. And then we're all eyes on the Pullers Championships, May 13th through the 14th. If you're just joining us, we had Cassie on earlier. She runs the National Farm Machiners for Twitter, KYNFMS. She was super funny. Go check her out on Twitter. And as always, we're just jacked about the Pullers Championship. It's good to see everybody in Louisville. A lot of people were talking to all of us about the Pullers Championship. A lot of people said, you need to have that thing in July. And we said, we wish we could. And a lot of pro stock guys, a lot of our heroes.
Yes, they were all wanting to move that back. And I'm like, well, you can't really do that. Maybe someday when we get it big enough where we're the biggest payout in history and everybody knows, we can get there, but we had to start somewhere.
Baby steps.
Yep. But yeah, as far as that goes, the Pullers Championship, the plans are still rolling along. You can go to the website, see who is committed, who has been voted in by the fans. We are getting more entries from the fan votes every day. So we're going to start reaching out to some pullers. There's a couple of them that didn't know what the next step was. So we talked to quite a few at the show, the farm show. So we're going to have a great show.
I want to give a shout out to KawasakiPartsWarehouse.com and Holzhauer for connecting me with them. If any of you need Kawasaki parts for anything, please go to KawasakiPartsWarehouse.com. I already had a puller from Pennsylvania, Paul, call me last night. So
sweet.
If I saw your trailer, are they a sponsor? I said, absolutely. He goes, all right, I'm ordering a clutch right now. And I'm like, sweet. So
yep.
That made me smile. So, and Kevin Moore, I got to see the little red hooker. Well, the little red hooker's in pieces right now, but got some new aluminum reels and rims. And I got home, I didn't crash, so I'm quite happy. So, but right behind the trailer, guys, is I'm in Nashville picking up my trailer in this video, and the track is right behind it. I did a live video yesterday of the track. So
I have to ask, does your car drag when you put it in the trailer?
Nope.
That's got to be tight, like real close, like going over the ramps and such.
No, we just long as it's level, we're good to go. As long as we're level, it's good to go. So,
Paul, what about vendors? How are we sitting for vendors?
I think we have about a half dozen so far. So yes, we want some vendors. We've got a big vendor area. It's on a nice asphalt parking lot right by the starting line, just far enough away that the fans don't have to walk very far. We can still get vehicles through there. Working on some more stuff for the kids zone. We are going to have a kids zone, and we are. I can't give away much, but we're probably going to have some exhibition passes, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But look for maybe some more information coming as we go along. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be.
There'll be no information coming about this. Just trust us that it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It will be worth your while. Make sure your phones are charged up.
Yes.
Just saying.
And So again, sponsors, if you're wanting to sponsor, we have sponsorship packages. You can look at them on the website, or you can contact anyone on this panel. And we can get you the information that you need. Again, our sponsors, we're just asking to cover fixed costs. Once we do that, any money above that goes into the pot for the pullers, and then we will keep going with that. Camping. If you want to camp, you can camp there. We would like a notice that just shoot us a message on the page saying, hey, I plan on bringing my camper. I don't need any information from you. We're just trying to get a count. We've got a lot of room, but we've got a lot of haulers coming, so we just want to make sure we're prepared for that. So any information you can pass along on that would be great.
Hey, Paul, if somebody is bringing a hauler and an RV, can we pit them together?
We are going to try.
Okay.
Yes, we will try to get them as close to the hauler as possible. I've been thinking about a layout for some of this stuff. We've had plenty of pulls here where we've had campers with haulers, and we have been able to accommodate that, but it just depends on how many different or how many people have that. But yes, we will do our best to get you close to the rigs. The layout of this place is really nice because where the camping would be separate from the haulers, it's still not a far walk. Like sometimes when you go camping at some of these places, the campground is way out away from the haulers. You won't have that here. So like I said, we just want to make sure we have enough room for everybody. So just shoot us a message. Let us know if you plan on bringing your camper, and we will make sure that we accommodate that as well. $15 to get in, everybody. Everybody pays through the gate. The $15 per person, $10 and under is free. And that $15 gets you general admission. That gets you in the pits. There's the iron. What you saw in Broadbent, you're going to see essentially that same thing outdoors. A lot of the vehicles that were there are going to be that were at the farm show are going to be in Nashville. So you'll be able to walk up there and see these things up close. And highly encourage you to do that. Talk to the drivers. I'm sure there'll be a lot of hero cards and things like that they will be happy to sign for you. And if you ask them real nice, they'll probably let your kids climb up in the seat.
Payouts go all the way down. Paying all the spots back. Maybe we have it set up. Even if we have a crappy crowd, which we won't unless it's crappy weather, they're still going to get they're going to get their $500 back. That's how it's pretty much set up. So.
Yes.
Morgan, in answer to your question about Cub Cadet parts, talk to Jesse Peterson at Peterson Performance out in South Dakota. If he doesn't have what you need, he'll be able to point you in the right direction. Good Lord, Jerry, have some decency.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, Jerry, that's fine. Nick, to answer your question, Light Super's committed to Quoin. I believe we have 5. There are a couple more that are supposed to be committing. They just wanted to see how everything went with the farm show, but we still need tractors for that class.
Cassie's tweets are super funny. I love this one. Good stuff.
Charles, how's your farm show experience?
Mine was excellent. And it had nothing to do with the farm show.
Period.
How was ziplining?
Didn't actually happen. Goof up on our part.
Oops.
Yeah. We didn't realize it was going to sell out, so we wound up going to Churchill Downs instead. So that's all right.
That's an all right place to go.
Yeah.
Churchill Downs isn't far from Freedom Hall, is it, Charles?
No, I mean, out the back door and from the hotel, it's 1.5 miles. I mean, literally straight west. It's super easy to get there and pretty cool experience to go out there. Just the history that's in that place, even if you're not into horse racing or whatever, it's super steeped in history. It was cool.
We're all into horse racing on this thing. We just do it more than one at a time.
That's right.
I want the best comment. I want to make this into a meme. I want the best comments. So please type these in the comments. So I asked our little private chat today, And so Leroy says he was headed for the sand. No, that was me. Dang it. I had a funny one. Hold on. Charles and Leroy were funny. I just got to find them.
I'll paraphrase. My comment was freaking potholes.
There you go. There's Charles's freaking potholes.
As only a Michigan native can really say it.
Yeah.
And then Leroy said he had a head of steam head to the sand pile, which made his axle pucker up. That's this good old-fashioned Leroy Schluter right there. So. See, we got to teach Wyatt Schulte a lesson. You can't send him
Don't say it.
You can't send him a
Seriously,
secret
dude.
picture and then ask him to talk about it, Wyatt.
You got to
Don't
learn how to
blow
sit
up
on
our
a seat.
spot.
Stay in your box, Wyatt. If you get a picture, come on, Wyatt. It's like getting the J.C. Penney catalog when you're named.
Oh, put
Come
his
on,
other
buddy.
comment. Hey, actually, in honor of what happened this week, put his other comment up there on the wheel falling off.
What?
Tribute to Harold Walliser, who passed away. He was a longtime farm show announcer, and that was something he would say.
That
a
was
lot.
his?
So yeah, that's a nice one. Good on you there.
See, Wyatt, you can't ask for it. You just got to be done. You send the text, that's it. Say don't show it to anybody. Can't come on a show that 30,000 people are going to see in the next 7 days. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And there's a bigger lesson in there for you, Wyatt. When you texted me about it this morning, yes, I did know, but I played stupid with you. Gotta
We're
keep
not
that
quite
stuff
as
quiet.
dumb as we look, buddy.
We're not as dumb as we look.
The Schulte boys must have good good Wi-Fi tonight in New
Good
Vienna.
internet, and they're in separate rooms.
Gary's working on
Otherwise,
a
Wyatt would have already drilled Morg with a fastball.
Linda's sleeping. Love it.
So, has anybody else got their MAC, Winter Nationals tickets yet? I got mine.
So they're pulling the other way, Philip. Mears told me that.
Mhm.
I don't know, guys. I haven't. Did you guys ask about it at all? Did anybody?
Yeah, it's been confirmed. It's on Ticketmaster now with the seating layout. They are pulling towards the open end.
Anybody know why?
Because minis are crazy.
I figure it had more to do with once they get done with the semis, they can pull them straight out the door.
Yeah, that's probably true. But my story's better.
I do, Charles. I like yours way better.
Yeah,
That
well,
dad
yeah.
life looks really good on Brant Sullivan, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That's a cute little kid.
Well, he's got a beautiful mom.
Thank the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't work
one
in
nut
NASCAR
never
either,
usually works
apparently.
very well. Moving on.
Wow. Paul, we got to vote for your confidence there, kiddo.
What?
Adam says, my guess is Paul is correct.
Trying to get a semi turned around on that end of that track would be brutal.
Okay. Night.
That sled's going to be grunting trying to pull them backwards.
For those of you in Dubuque this weekend, Dubuque, Iowa, Snowcross. These guys were from South Dakota. They watch our show every Monday and Tuesday night. They do the Outlawed show on Tuesday, and then they watch us on Mondays. And he had a Remedy sweatshirt on and everything, guys. I didn't stage that, I promise. It was legit. So they were super cool, and it was neat. It was neat to see that. So these guys are from Virginia. I was walking out. I sat with Cody and Ryan a little bit in Broadbent, and I said, "Hey, you guys are tailgating. This is awesome." And they're like, "Hey, you the Beer Money guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we thought we recognized your voice." So that was pretty cool. So I walked over and chatted with them for a little bit. So
Did they
You can have
feed
a
you?
tailgate next year, Paul, don't you think? Organize a big one out there?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
I love this one, Roos. Thank you.
You like that, did you?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because I sat down. I'm like, okay, I'll take some pictures with my phone, just get some shots or whatever. And then Cody sat down next to me, and he's flipping through all of these like alcohol tractors that are puffing this smoke out, and all these cool shots that he gets. And I just put my phone away. I'm like, screw this, I'm done.
Hey, Paul, you're not the only one because, and Ryan will agree with this. He and I both hold cameras, and when we sit down with Cody, we just go, "Yeah, I quit."
Yeah.
I was done.
Single-handedly made me start drinking more.
Yeah, he's just nonchalantly flipping through. Hey, check this out, and I'm going.
Hey, check this out. Shut
Yeah,
up,
hey.
you dick.
Well, he's
I
getting
had
pumped because he comes up and does a little thing in front of you. Like, what you got there, Codes?
I had to shoot around a guy eating an ice cream cone, and I'm leaning out around the chair, you'll see a couple pictures that have like a little blur in the side, and it's good for like foreground background pictures, but people don't realize like that's an ice cream cone. So yeah, when you see those, that'll be legit.
Charles?
You should send Earlers a bill for that, Cody.
Charles,
Just tag him in it and send him a bill.
Charles, give me something witty when you see this picture.
It looks like Sunday morning after a frat party in Michigan where we got 10-cent deposit.
So that's at Romac's house. So that's his pro stock fund.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I sent you a cool one in the chat there, Jason. You should
Did you?
Paul, with inflation, you ought to be ready for that pro stock sometime about 5,050.
Yeah, I think I can buy a valve stem cap for the front tire with what I got.
Maybe.
So
Cody, that's
there
a
was
good picture, buddy.
there was an old guy with an iPad, and the little kid behind him is that little kid, he videoed like every single pass going down the track. And that old guy pulls out the iPad every so often. I thought that was pretty cool. If that's not generational like that, that's cool.
Yeah. Did anyone see when the T-shirt cannons came out? There was one guy down, kind of under that K sign for the Kentucky Expo Center, who had like a piece of a bed sheet that he had spray painted with a target on it with a bullseye.
No.
I thought that was pretty funny.
I did see one guy that right behind Jason that fell down trying to catch a T-shirt.
That
You
was
see Rui's new
awesome.
mock-up of his
Rui.
That was sexy. I love that.
Notice the wheels went black chrome.
That's
I'm
sweet.
good with it. Bring it.
Hot.
Hot. Oh, hey.
That
That's
sucks.
Yeah. That
So
sucks.
I don't know where are these guys from? I didn't get a chance to research it yet.
they're somewhere in Southwest Wisconsin.
Really?
It's a light limited.
Yep.
Was a
Life's
light limited.
Yeah. Now you could call it heat treated.
Sounds like it isn't even salvageable. It cracked the block in the fire.
That's a
And
light.
I'm not gonna lie, some of the people in the
20.8.
comments were real jerks.
Yeah, that's not a light limited. That's a PI like classic
I was
mod.
going to say that's a 20.8 there.
Wait, go back up. Go back up. Stop.
They pull
6500.
PI.
6500 outlaw.
Yeah, okay. So that's that class with South Central roofs where they put trucks in and everything, and they just have a speed limit. You just have to go 6,500 pounds.
Mm.
But yeah, I see they're a member of PI, so that's up here by me. I know I've heard of the tractor. I couldn't place it. Here's a video of it. Give them a little love.
Okay. She apparently turned down that pull to start with, and we didn't get the word up here, but we did now, so we'll be back at the end of the class.
I wonder what the cube limit is on that.
5,000 pound class.
It's from Baraboo.
Kind of sounds like natural superstock kind of a deal.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, people are texting me.
303,
Definitely bear
58.
moving. Sorry for your loss, guys. That just sucks.
Yeah,
that
it
sucks
does.
bad because you know that just looking at that, there's something sitting right beside it, and I'm sure there's something sitting right beside that.
As you're putting that back together, assuming that you will, if you run into a situation where you're looking for parts or you need stuff like that, don't be shy in asking. Reach out to us, reach out to any of us. Some of us have connections. I mean, I don't have many, but at least probably not with 460, 560 parts, but I know Post does. And any of us would be more than happy to, point you in the right direction, give you phone numbers, names, whatever.
Yeah, it's my
There's
turn.
something we
from
can do
River. I
because
thought I
that
recognized
sucks.
it. Yep.
And actually, now that I see that this is a shop fire and there were actually farm tractors in there, if they need help valuing that stuff for like insurance claims and stuff, holler at me. It's what I do for a living.
You know a guy?
I know a database. I don't know a guy. I have a database.
I know
The rest of us know a guy.
So, yep, that was Turner.
God, that's interesting. The individual throttle body injected
Yeah.
style. I haven't seen a lot of NASS's built like that. That's cool.
Schultz, your pit walk tour when they're warming up. Have you played that yet?
Yep, that's how I opened the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't here for that.
You were late.
I was actually
Party.
thinking, oh, great, farm show's over. I can kind of slow down a little bit. Nope. It is
Hey,
race
can
to
I say
Quoin,
something
and
for the
it's a
record?
race to Nashville.
Ryan wants to talk, guys. Everybody be quiet.
We need more fence and pulling. Holy crap. Lance and April, that thing, the photos just didn't do it justice.
It's
We
very
need
sharp.
more fence and pulling.
Here it is, everybody. Got the
You
Nashville,
know.
Illinois, home of the Pullers Championship.
Nobody wants to see you washing your car.
That's coming out of the car wash.
Sports at all.
I know.
I'm quite excited because I'm about to show you the new wrap on the trailer. And then I'm heading to Aquaka, Illinois to see my buddy Kevin Moore with Hot Wheels Robotics.
So that's where you'll roll in,
We got some
Pullers.
aluminum wheel, all of that. So
This is
Over
the
here.
road to pit entrance there.
is going to be the track for the Pullers Championship. There's all your
Dirk had the truck running and warm for me, Paul.
one side, there's
I know.
Wow.
right now. This is going to be the home of the Pullers Championship, everybody. Right there. Grandstand seating. Here's the track for the Pullers Championship. And there's going to be more seating over here. And that's all the pits. Remember, all the pits are going to be open for all of that. So here it is. Everybody pulling to help.
It's not that clean anymore, guys.
Here's our new rack.
Did they wash and detail it for you too, or what?
Brand new wrap. It only had to travel, I don't know, a mile and a half from the wrap shop.
To get rid of that, we're going to clean some up of around the wrap, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So,
There's your announcer stand, Charles, on the left.
that's the pits and stuff.
Bring it.
For the Pullers Championship. So there's the back doors. So it turned out awesome.
So funny story. I grabbed Burkholtz's Randy Murdoch, Colin, and Doug Friday night, and I'm like, let's go get something to eat. So the first Waffle House we went to, they didn't have dine-in. The next Waffle House we went to, it was completely just packed, but it looked like a bunch of people were kind of waiting, and there was an open table. So I just went over there and grabbed the towel, wiped off myself, and waved the guys over. And some guy just chewed my butt for budging in line. And Marty Wilson and Rick, those guys were there. So we just found a bar and went somewhere else to eat. But it was kind of funny. So I didn't get my Waffle House, guys. I don't know if anybody else did, but
I tried the next morning and we couldn't. So we settled on Cracker Barrel.
I was surprised how many places were like closed at 9 p.m.
I may or may not have deliberately driven past like 3 awful houses and not stopped on purpose.
Awful.
You watch your damn dirty mouth.
Yeah, it's terrible, and I will die on this hill. I'm proud to plant the flag there. It's good with me.
Hey, so Lisa and Corey Fritz turned me on to a new place that I never actually got to for breakfast, but apparently there's a place called Super Chefs in Louisville. Anybody heard of it? Any of you guys?
No.
Thebomb.com for breakfast.
Super Chef?
Go just Google or search Instagram for Super Chefs Louisville, and then just prepare to drool. They go there like, I don't know, they probably three breakfasts out of 4. I wanted to go, but we just never got up and moving early enough. But it's supposed to be the jam, and from all pictures I've seen, it is. So maybe that's the move for the late breakfast or the early breakfast.
Opinions of the Super Farms on Saturday night. It was missing Shane Hunt's tractor. No,
Shane, I didn't see Mom losing her mind in the upper deck this year. I was bummed about that. I was watching. We're going to update that photo.
So, is there any place where you can see who is coming to the Winter Nationals? As far
Not
as
at this point, no. I did see a certain semi team saying they were happy to be visiting it, though, that maybe we need to revisit for TPC.
Do you have contact information? I'd be happy to reach out.
Yeah, that would be the one and only Mr. Pat Island.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know he's going to be, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, Paul, just run him down at the truck show and put the hard sell on him.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
Are you going down there for that, Paul?
Yes, sir. I ordered tickets today.
Okay. I got
Taking
Doug
the
going down
Jealous.
to get
Taking the
video.
whole family. Misty's got family down there. We're going to make a weekend of it. Roy Haney, and his wife are going. His mom and dad are going. And we are going to make a weekend out of it. Her dad is a truck driver, so this is going to work out well.
Borth's got Pat's number, but yeah, he just commented. We'll get him on that.
Cody, we got to steal a minivan and yank the seats out of it. Go to
you,
Matt's for the weekend, get rolling shots around Crittenden Drive.
You don't even yank the seats out. You use the front seat belt from the passenger side, and you wrap it around the back of the seat and seat belt yourself in. You just sit there. You'll be fine. And you get all the leg room in the world. I've thought this out for a long time, my friend.
Yeah, except that I have a much wider figure than you.
You'll be fine. It's a minivan. There's plenty of room there.
Right. I need more like a maxi van to fit in properly.
Have Charles build you something.
Dude, we had that in the parking lot today. Somebody came in with a Mercedes Sprinter that was all lifted on like 35s and had the zombie apocalypse brush guard bumper on the front, and it was all.
Where are the pictures?
I didn't take a picture of it, but the thing
didn't happen. Never mind.
Yeah,
Moving
Charles, keep your stories to yourself, buddy.
All right.
We want one of those minivans that, like the old school that sits like 4 inches off the floor. We want those low roller shots.
That's right.
Okay,
Also,
1320 video wannabe.
Hey,
You wait.
you
Wait. You might have to drive that ship, buddy.
This is true.
That's fine. That's fine. You're getting the Larry Chen driver treatment, though. So hang on, buckle in.
Why do you think I said we're strapping the front seat belt around the back side of the seat belt or the back side? That is exactly why we figured you were driving.
There you go.
Bruce, what's your idea?
You guys know me too well.
It's
you want a
gonna be
van that you can open the doors? Explain to me your dream here.
No, it's a minivan.
You know what a rolling, Jason? You know what a rolling shot is, right?
Yeah, like when you're next to him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to shoot RJ's semis, and I want to shoot Peter Norton's semis, and I want to shoot
Oh, freaking really?
Power semis. And we've got plenty of open roads, I mean, Highway 20, Highway 30, whatever. We just need something low to the ground to do it with, because you can't really do it in, your average F-150 because they just sit too high, a little bit too high.
Okay.
Whereas if you've got an extra molestial minivan,
Okay,
It
let's
works
be honest.
great.
I call it. I want a shitbox minivan because those things aren't real high off the ground. They sit about this far, and that's about it.
There you go. Get a Toyota Sienna with like 800,000 miles on it.
You realize you're only gonna shoot roller shots about 30, 40 miles an hour. That's it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go fast.
Yeah. And
You're saying you just get out on the interstate when everybody's rolling in, just get next to them?
No.
This would be a thing like at night after the show. RJ, get in your truck, head down Highway 20, and just maintain like 35 miles an hour.
Jason, look at the
And
chat.
Cody and I
Look at the
will
video of the chat, and it'll tell
shoot
you
from
what
there.
they're after.
Thank you, Charles.
And I'm also going to shoot it with a drone.
Can you fly it from a roller?
Yeah.
From a vehicle?
As long as it's scarcely populated, yes.
Scoot it ahead a little bit, and you'll see what they're looking to do. Yeah, there you go.
Yes. That.
Well, feel free to turn on the volume because it just sounds like sex.
Oh, that's Ryan Turks, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is the nastiest V10 you've ever heard in your life.
It's not playing through. It's playing through your speakers, Jason, not through the.
Oh, God. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
You think a minivan's going to keep up with that thing?
Okay, if you pause
It
it,
doesn't have to, Paul. That's the thing.
You slow down your shutter speed, and you look like you're going 3,000 miles an hour, and there's
Yeah.
stills to prove it.
You
It's the
guys
same way
know
that I
when
can
you
get
start
things to
talking
move fast.
camera talk, you're talking way the hell over my head.
Well, you
Tony,
saw me
you've
on
been
that.
talking to freaking Andy Gerbaugh.
That's so be it. I'm an old school guy. I don't get these newfangled shutter speed comment term things. I had Jason's little thing that made sure I didn't do this at the show. A lot of those videos going down the track.
That's the DJ I get on.
You're not newfangled, are you? That's a cute story, brother.
Yeah.
Well, welcome
Well,
to
well-
Charles Museum of Photography.
we will send you.
You're
the-
going to really flip your lid when you see what he brings with him down to Quoin.
That is one of the two that's coming with me.
He's going to shoot a tractor pull with that camera.
Yep, that would be big.
You rebel. You are a rebel.
Not to be trusted. Oh, that sounds so good.
Yes.
Jason, that motor and the motor in that little Supra will rev to like 12,000 RPM.
So Colin Burkholz could drive this.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be like perfect for him. Legit.
Andy,
Shut up, Andy.
agreed. Nerd alert.
We'll send you the cheat sheet. It'll be fine. Right there.
And that's what happens.
That's the stuff.
Ugh. And those aren't, yeah, those are good. They're not amazeballs.
They need to drag it just a little bit longer. I want to see the pictures from the dude. There's in the shot where the guy's in the back seat of the minivan. I want to see those shots, not out the front window. That's too high.
Right.
Well, when you guys get the rolling rig ready, we'll make it happen.
I have a gimbal. We could get that thing a couple inches off the ground. We'll be fine.
Somewhere on 1320 videos Instagram, there is photos of guys literally like hanging that low out of the back of like an F-150 doing that.
Holy, look at all the cameras on the front of the thing.
Oh yeah. I don't have that stuff, but I have a gimbal. We're pretty much the same thing.
Actually, if you scoot it even farther forward, Jason, you'll see what those cameras actually on the front of his car show you. He'll be right up in there. Yeah, there it is.
Yep, right in there. Oh,
That
yes.
is amazing.
I nerd out over this stuff.
You know, if you cut a pro stock loose, it would go that fast on the road.
Womp, womp.
I'm not sure about 24.5 sliding sideways like that, but
That'd be pretty legit, though.
That would be pretty legit.
Anyway, enough diversion. Hey, Coonley reference. Like it.
Well, imagine it coming from Kyle.
This is it, right, Mats?
mm-hmm.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Jason, speaking of truck videos, did you see that Asian Mai did a video with Jesse
MacGyver?
Guy's son Keaton?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So this truck show, like, is it as popular as like the farm show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
With a different crowd, yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, I figured that. But
yeah. It's a different crowd, but yes, it's big. This is one. Just imagine, like, let's just say, Peter Norton's and RJ and Brandon's new rigs parked in here times 700. That's what you're going to see. It's there's a lot of trucks in there.
And Peter's old rigs. Peter's
Yes.
had trucks in that show, I don't know, for years.
Yep.
I know Jonathan Hill.
He's won a handful of trophies and awards for that, for some of the ones that he's built.
I know Johnson Hill Customs is working on something wicked new. They're the ones who did my truck. So
I heard Adam got rid of his.
yeah, went out east. He's got Doug was telling me about it. I don't even know what any of that stuff means, but it's his new truck's gonna be pretty pimp, I guess. So
Hey, Cody, I wonder if Joe ever comes up to this show.
That'd be a good question. That would look pretty darn good. But I mean, it's a working girl too, though.
So are
kudos
a
to
lot
the
of these.
PPL for having a pull though, guys. This is your crowd. Take it. I love it. I mean, I love the co-branding, the cross promoting. That's always been my biggest argue about the farm show. If you're gonna have a tractor pull, don't have it 6 miles away. You know what I mean? Like they always do. It's so it makes me sad.
Yeah.
All those millions of people there that want to see a pull.
Well, and in you've got the truck class there. I mean, hopefully those trucks guys are not all waiting on parts. I know that's a big issue with them, but get a good class of trucks there, and yeah, those trucks look just as good off the track as they do on the track.
Don't touch my truck.
Adam Wilson, was that a double entendre, or are you? Never mind.
That's a.
You know, all of you guys thought the same thing. I just said it. Yes, he does, Andy. You are absolutely right. You know what his chase car is?
Minivan?
No. He's got a pretty wicked cool chase car.
I mean, it was a guess.
A Magnum SRT.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's chasing him with a Magnum wagon.
So
Darth Vader, your chariot awaits.
There's a truck show in Omaha we ought to go to, Ryan. That's pretty good.
Cody, that's a wonderful
nice.
idea. Please do that.
So Cody McKinley owns Corsa, and he have a Corsa on the Remedy this year, and him and Tony are wiring up a shot collar. So if I do something stupid, they can shock me, and then I know it's let out of it. So a little bit of a
Fantastic
joke
idea.
there. Charles, that's taking technology to the next level. You got to admit.
It'll be exciting. Cameras at the ready.
Thank you, Cody, for that. I appreciate that.
I guess that gives a new meaning to being in the hot seat.
Can I put a GoPro on there? Like, I'm not looking down the track. I'm just looking at your face at that point.
Yeah.
You might want to electrically insulate that somehow.
Yeah.
Rubber mounts. It'll be fine.
I'm waiting on a cylinder head, and that's it. So I left the rig at Tony's last night. We went through everything. So still hoping for Kansas City, fellers. So
That's a cool theme on that truck. I really appreciate what they're doing there.
I feel like
that means a lot.
Doug took me to something in Minnesota. I forget what it's called. And
Casson.
Yeah, Casson. And I saw this truck up there.
No.
It's neat. Well, guys, I think, it's a $1.46 in. What do we think here?
I'm good. Still got to drive home.
Paul?
Yes.
End it. 30 seconds. What do you want to say?
DuQuoin, Illinois. If you can't be there by the live stream, pullers, 2-wheel drives, light supers, and mini rods. Get signed up. There's additional bonus money if you can take 2 out of the 3 or 3 out of the 3. And you will be pitting inside. That was a big one that everybody was asking. So that's all been settled. You will get to run at least twice. And if you make the finals, you can run a 3rd time. So I want to see some hopefully we can get you guys to get signed up this week. The end.
Double down on DuQuoin. I'm going. We're going to be there. Run hard, don't suck.
I'm not going to DuQuoin. It's my birthday weekend. I'm staying home and drinking beer.
You could come to DuQuoin and drink beer.
Yep, I could.
On your birthday weekend.
You think?
I know.
I'm glad you know things.
Nice hat, by the way, Cody.
Huh?
Nice hat, by the way.
Hey, I thought you'd like that. It almost looks like it's like silver and flashy, but I am probably not going to do Quoin, but I'll be at Cowtown.
Perfect.
Also, Mick Broughton's truck is freaking gorgeous. Pictures don't do that justice either. That thing is beautiful. Even if he does screw it up and run it with the summer air.
Okay, he's got something new for next summer. He's going to bring in the pain.
Spring air.
Hey, he's going to run winter air and see if he can reverse it.
Yep, it's
winter
more
air.
It'll help.
Winter air and a totally new motor program from unlikely. Well, I can't say totally unlikely in pulling because he used to do some, but he's coming back.
Sweet.
Kalita?
No, but it is a Michigan. No, but it is a Michigan company. I'll say that.
Sweet.
That's awesome. As always, thanks for joining us on Let's Grow Pulling Live. We appreciate all of you. We thank the Outlaws for their sponsorship. And I am going to wrap up the show with some modifieds from our friend Built Diesel Mafia. So have a good night, everybody. Keep liking, commenting, sharing anything you see on Pulling on social media. Have a good night, guys.
Jason, before you go, I have one question for the people who are still listening. If you could take one puller out to dinner, not like get drunk and drink beer and blah, blah, blah. Go out to dinner and actually sit and talk with them. Tell me who it is. There's a good reason I'm asking. But now you can put on your videos.
Okay.
You'll say, shit, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
No, we weren't asking you.
Well, my answer was Stan and Steve Blagrave, so whatever.
Well, fine then. You can put that in the comments. Neener, neener.
Stan and Steve Blagrave. I'm not putting it in the comments. I'm putting it out there.
Well, no, I can't remember that. I'm old.
All right, I'm leaving now.
Bye.
Bye now.
See you guys.
This isn't your video, Adam? I swear I went to the YouTube. Adam. Sorry, that's Lower Dairy Farm. Sorry, guys. Still mods, but we got to get Adam. We got to take care of Adam. Here's Pro Stocks. Where's Adam's at? I'm sorry, guys. Built Diesel Mafia. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Here's Adam.
I think Shopify has definitely helped us and many businesses get started. Actually, my wife, she was the one that brought it to me. I was going